We have some major news to talk about on today's episode of the Rams Digest, specifically talking about a team in Los Angeles. May not really be the Rams, but we're going to talk about what a Rams player had to say about the breaking news here in LA. We're also going to talk a little bit about Los Angeles and why it's such a place for players who want to come or end up coming here in terms of superstars and other leagues and all that. And we're going to give a little bit of a sneak peek of my next couple of videos tomorrow and Tuesday. We'll talk about all that and much more on today's episode of the Rams Digest. I'm your host, Joshua. Don't remember, if you guys are not subscribed to the channel, do me a favor and press that subscribe button now, as 78.7% of you guys are watching the videos but still not subscribed to the channel. Remember, do me a favor, it doesn't cost you a thing. Press that subscribe button so you don't miss any daily Rams content here at the Rams Digest. We have heard a couple comments of people talking about the titles and the thumbnail, and I'm a piggyback off of what Brad J from the Dodgers Digest had to say about it. Just watch the videos. I'm still here to make the videos. The title, the thumbnail don't mean a thing. I'm still going to give you daily Rams content that does kind of matter, right? It means something about what the Rams are doing and what's going on. So just watch the videos, push through the title and the thumbnail if you guys don't mind. It has no effect on what I'm saying during the video. Just want to acknowledge that for a second. But let's talk about this first story here. Puka Doncic. That's right, the new duo in Los Angeles, if you will. And I want to kind of actually look this up right now on my phone because I should have looked it up earlier. But Puka Nacua, right? How old is Puka Nacua? Puka Nacua is, if I'm not mistaken, 23 years of age. So now we're talking about Puka Nacua, 23 years old, going to be a superstar for at least maybe 10 years in the NBA and the NFL. And then we have Luka Doncic getting traded to the Los Angeles Lakers. So now you have sorry about the wrong screenshot, but now you have a Lakers and Rams duo in LA. Rams, Puka Nacua reacts to Luka Doncic trade. A huge deal going down in the NBA for those who don't know. I'm pretty sure many of you guys have seen it by now. But Luka Doncic now on the Lakers in Los Angeles. Very insane trade that went down. You know, we could break it down all different types of ways. I highly recommend you guys go reach out and look at not only the Lakers Digest to see the breakdowns that we've had over there about our hosts over there, but the Mavericks Digest to see both perspectives. I found that very interesting. I actually watched both channels reacting to the news. Obviously, Lakers side of things being very excited, maybe the Mavericks side of things being a little bit, concerned and worried about what the path the Mavericks are taking, maybe being on the wrong side of quite possibly the biggest, most surprising, and maybe for some people are going to say the worst trade in NBA history if you're a Dallas Mavericks fan, maybe. I don't know if that's really the case, by the way, and I do want to acknowledge that. We'll break down the trade in a second, I guess. I know this is not Lakers Digest, Mavericks Digest. Again, go watch those guys, talk about that. But I do love the Lakers. I am a Lakers fan, and it does affect the Rams a little bit. As you can even see, one of the Rams' greatest players or best players at the moment was reacting to it himself, as Puka Nacua said, "Am I dreaming?" ? In reaction to, again, the Dallas Mavericks trading Luka Doncic, Maxi Kleber, and Markieff Morris to Los Angeles Lakers for Anthony Davis, Max Christie, and a 2029 first-round pick. Of course, it was a 3-team deal, and it included the Utah Jazz, which wasn't really that major a part of the deal, if you will. So overall, just an insane time right now in Los Angeles. And I did want to kind of talk about this because it's not just with the Rams. It's not just with the Lakers, the Dodgers as well, right? We're looking at this Los Angeles trio of teams. However you feel about the other teams in Los Angeles, this to me is the main trio in Los Angeles. The Rams, the Lakers, the Dodgers. It's the kind of the pillar of Los Angeles sports teams, not to mention the LA Kings and the LA Galaxy. Yeah, I said it. Sorry, LAFC fans. LA Galaxy are champs. Maybe I'm biased here because I'm a fan of all those teams, but I feel like that's kind of those are the teams to root for in Los Angeles. And so you're seeing all these teams, including talking about women's sports, Angel City FC. Now we're talking about the LA Sparks, who we'll talk about in a second, as they also got another star coming to LA. Los Angeles, being born and raised in LA, it's been so amazing for me. I'm curious for anybody out there. Maybe we have some St. Louis fans who've trickled their way down to Los Angeles Rams fandom. I'm curious, are there any Rams fans out there who are not from Los Angeles, or people in general who are Rams fans, just not from Los Angeles? You don't have to be a St. Louis fan or have been a St. Louis fan. But anyone out there who sees Los Angeles sports, what is your perspective on Los Angeles and getting all these superstars? Because personally, growing up in LA, it's been such an incredible time. I mean, just to watch guys the likes of, before my time, before I was alive, Magic Johnson and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and the great Lakers teams of the past, Jerry West, Wilt Chamberlain, even back to the 60s, right? And then we're talking about, getting Kobe Bryant, Shaquille O'Neal, and those guys on the Lakers. But then we're talking about, from the Dodgers' perspective, right? And having Clayton Kershaw for all these years. And yes, maybe they weren't winning since the 80s, but, Kershaw for all those years and the Kenley Jansens of the world. And now you're talking about Shohei Ohtani's, the Freddie Freemans, the Mookie Bettses. And now, of course, the Rams, Puka Nacua and Cooper Kupp and Matthew Stafford. I mean, how does it feel if you're not from Los Angeles to see Los Angeles kind of get all of these great players? I'm just curious because it always feels great for me being someone from Los Angeles. I always see the stars seem to be attracted to the LA area, and it's awesome kind of to see our sports teams always be fairly competitive, generally speaking. But let's move on to what Puka Nacua said, and not just that, but that kind of handshake kind of deal. I'm sorry, these screenshots keep lagging a little bit, by the way. But this kind of handshake deal going on right now. Luka Doncic teaming up with Puka Nacua. Luka and Puka Doncic. I mean, it's going to be a kind of a fun nickname to kind of play around with for the next couple of seasons, I think. I mean, it's going to be pretty cool to see these two young superstars lead the way in LA for many years to come. That's why I kind of wanted to put this in tandem with Luka and Puka. They're going to be tied together. I mean, however they feel about it, they're going to be tied together for the next few seasons, which is pretty awesome. There's the Puka Doncic tweet there. Shout out to Tommy Fry. Says I just pulled a random screenshot from a reply from Sham's tweet earlier, I think that was. So just pretty cool to see, like I said. I mean, shout out to the Lakers, Luka Doncic. Real quick, just to give my kind of, again, I know I'm the Rams digest guy, but I just want to kind of give my 2 cents real quick on the Luka Doncic and, the Anthony Davis trade. The Mavericks, it's definitely a mistake. It's definitely a mistake in the sense of long-term. That's not a good idea. But I think this could be a win-win situation for the Mavericks. If the Mavericks won an NBA championship this season, is it a win? Many fans will maybe say, no, it's not because we had Luka and we love Luka and want to keep him. What's the goal? What are we doing here? What's the goal in the NBA or any sport for that matter? Win a championship. If Anthony Davis somehow, some way, I know it's maybe far-fetched for some people, but I think that fit is kind of nice. Kyrie Irving, Anthony Davis wants to play power forward. As a Lakers fan, we've heard that for a long time. The Lakers were trying to get a center this year. And then they have Daniel Gafford and, Derek Lively over there in Dallas. And so they have 2 centers. Not just one, they have 2 centers where AD can sit comfortably playing power forward forever for the rest of the season or as long as he's there in Dallas, as long as those 2 guys are next to him. And so he has a center to play with. He has Kyrie Irving, he has Klay Thompson to shoot the ball. He has Max Christie now coming off the bench. He has guys who are good role players who know their role, have been playing with together for a few months, if not years now at this point. And so I think from Dallas's perspective, this is a good time to be aggressive and possibly win a championship this year. If they win a championship this year, I think that's obviously a W, right? That's kind of the goal here. And maybe, yes, you didn't get the max value for Luka Doncic, but from Lakers, and for the Mavericks perspective in that sense, if they win a championship, that doesn't matter. If the Lakers, for Lakers perspective, you had to accept a trade where that's the cheapest you're ever going to get a guy like Luka Doncic for that price tag, right? So that's kind of where I see it. It could be a win-win for both teams. I do think right now, at this moment in time, the Mavericks are kind of a better fit team. Maybe they're not a better team in general, but they're a better fit together than they were with Luka and Kyrie, in my opinion. They did go to the finals last year, so maybe you can disagree with that. But they are 8th in the West right now at the same time, too. So it's kind of, yes, I know Luka's hurt, whatever, but complicated situation here. I'm just saying, if the Mavericks win a championship, that'd be kind of a win for them, right? Obviously. And then if the Lakers' perspective, you have a superstar for 10 years with Puka Nacua as well in on the Rams. So pretty awesome to see the Lakers, the Dodgers, the Rams just kind of succeeding. Los Angeles feels like we're on top right now in the sports world, and it's fun to be a part of. Moving on, let's see the next screenshot I have here. Talking about superstars. Just want to talk about superstars coming to LA. Shout out to Kelsey Plum, for those who don't follow women's basketball. Kelsey Plum now also being traded, a multi-all-star, multi-champion winner, championship winner. She's now joining the Los Angeles Sparks. LA is on top time and time again. Just wanted to give a shout out to that as well. And then, moving forward for the next few days, we're going to talk about some things here, okay? And one thing I want to bring up is free agency. I know this is kind of a random screenshot here, but I want to break down for the next couple of days, and I want you guys to kind of join on this journey with me. First of all, tomorrow we're going to break down Mock Draft Monday. I'll bring a video for you guys talking about mock drafts in general, maybe 1 or 2 mock drafts we'll talk about, but we're specifically going to do a mock draft from myself. I'll give a 7-round mock draft for the Rams tomorrow. We're going to break that down all on the channel here at Rams Digest. And then we're going to look at some free agents, right? We're looking here, I think it's free agent tight ends we're looking at, maybe some options there. We'll look at some free agent D tackles. This is left tackles, it looks like, at free agents. We have free agent receivers to look at, free agent D tackles to look at, and free agent linebackers. What I'm going to do is I'm going to break down on Tuesday, after our mock draft Monday happens. On Tuesday, I'll break down as well free agency and what I think an ideal offseason for the Rams is going to look like. on the channel here at the Rams Digest. So subscribe. Make sure you guys don't miss those next couple videos. That's going to do it for me on today's episode of the Rams Digest. Do me a favor, hit the comments below. Let me know how you guys feel about that Luka Doncic and Anthony Davis trade. And if you guys haven't already, check out our Lakers and Mavs Digest videos, as they have broken down those trades in detail. That's going to do it for me on today's episode of the Rams Digest. I'm your host, Josh Rahidon, and I'm out.